Hello everyone, I'm back again with another sketchbook tour. This time, this sketchbook is a Pentalic sketchbook that I bought, and I used it the summer of 2016. You can see a little dipper sticker there I bought from Etsy. I'll try to link that below. But this sketchbook is really special to me because I took it on a number of really big trips. I went to Chicago and the Art Museum and did some life sketching from people there. I traveled to the Great Lakes region multiple times, and I did a couple other big trips, and this sketchbook went along with me. For the actual sketchbook itself, it's a decent sketchbook. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. Markers on it tended to be a little spotty, like you'd see little white spots in between, which is not my favorite thing, but it wasn't horrible. It served its purpose well, markers blended well, I didn't have any problems. The only thing that it can't do is watercolor, so later you'll see some weird like watercolor splotches and like some childish looking drawings. That's watercolor. I tried to use it, didn't work. But like I said, I did a lot of life sketching in this one. I wanted to get better at drawing things quickly, so I'd go sit at cafes, or I'd, like when I was at the museum or whenever, I would sit down and I would just do really quick life sketches and try to capture people's likenesses. The actual art I produced in this sketchbook is not some of my favorite. It's not my worst by any means, but a lot of it is stuff that's just kind of mediocre to me. But like I said, I do have a special connection with the sketchbook because of where it went with me, but a lot of it is stuff that I left unfinished or I didn't feel was very good. I also did, you'll see right here, a little challenge where you draw yourself in different types of things. I did a couple of those. I left off pretty soon after. You also see a lot of things pasted in, and those are really old sketches. Like, when I did this sketchbook, they were about 2 years old, but I wanted to give these little bitty sketches a home where I wouldn't lose them, so I pasted them into my sketchbook. I did a lot of experimentation again in this sketchbook. I did a lot of straight with marker drawings, like you can see here, and also here. I did some inking stuff. I did some experimenting with other types of coloring. I did the regular Copics. I did a little bit of colored pencils, which is not something I normally do. I did a little bit of like Crayola marker. I bought a bunch of new art supplies that I like right here. You'll see like I had like a big white pin, which didn't work very well. It was just something that I wanted to try to do. Just new art supplies, things that I hadn't done before. On top of sketching people from real life, I also did a lot of object sketching, especially while I was on trips and I got really bored. I would just do object sketching. I also did quite a few pieces with like very limited supplies. Since I was on trips so much, I would just take with whatever I had and try to make a finished piece or something similar to a finished piece. And I also did a little bit of character development for like my original characters in this sketchbook towards the end. You'll see a little bit of it. You may or may not recognize it, but that's just something I did. Most of the sketches you'll see though are not accurate of how the final product came out, but yeah, I did a lot of experimentation in the sketchbook. I also did, as you get closer to the end, you'll see a little bit of pattern work that I was messing around with, just because I got bored and I wanted to mix up what I was doing. And I also did a lot of blind contour drawing, and that is supposed to help with stress relief. I don't know if it helped me a lot with my stress, but I found it very interesting to do. And basically, if you don't know what that is, it's where you take a pen or a marker and you close your eyes, or you draw from memory, or you look at something and don't look at your pen, and you draw, but you're not allowed to lift the pen up off of the page. So you're only allowed to just go with it. You can't stop. And I did a lot of those, and I would go back after I was done and touch them up a bit, but they were very relaxing just to do like, straight up line work, and see that a lot of times it came out kind of nice. I also did some experimentation like with this page. You can see here I painted it with a bunch of acrylic paints just for fun. And I did some scenery sketches. A lot of these are actual places where I was sitting. When I went to Minnesota, my aunt has a lake house. I'd never been there before, and I did a little bit of sketching of that. But yeah, I did the blind contour drawing, I did a lot of sketching. But yeah, this sketchbook was just a period of experimentation, and I did a little bit of trying to refine my style here as well. Tried to get rid of some of the anime influences, but I mean they're still there, but I tried to, for the most part, kind of move away from that a little bit. I'm not sure how much I succeeded. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about this sketchbook. I hope you enjoy. It's a little haphazard, but I had a lot of fun doing it.